A very good evening to you. It is the 20th of December 2024. Thank you once again for allowing us into your space this festive holiday. My name is Patricia Lukoma Mpango. Before we delve into the bulletin, let's look at the top stories.
Brought to you by
Greenergy Ethanol Stoves and Fuel. Enjoy cleaner, healthier and affordable cooking. Cook your food in less than 2,000 shillings per day. No charcoal. Stop deforestation. We are looking for agents across Uganda. Greenergy, Bible Corner.
Stories tonight. President Museveni addresses Youth Symposium in Mbale. And Karuma Bridge reopens for use after 3 months of major repairs. And then KCCA acquires new dumping site in Buyala to replace Kitezi landfill. And lastly, CAF President Patrick Motsepe applauds Uganda's readiness to host CHAN. Once again, thank you for allowing us into your space. Now, into the bulletin. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has ordered that all money lenders who are still holding national identity cards for Ugandans should, with immediate effect, return them to the owners or else face arrest and prosecution. The president issued this directive while addressing hundreds of youth from Bugisu sub-region who had gathered at Mbale SS for Bugisu Youth Symposium.
A section of youth in Bugisu sub-region have gathered in Mbale city to interact with the President of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. The gathering has been convened at Mbale SS.
Your Excellency, allow me to express my heartfelt gratitude to you and the NRM government for the transformation.
The conference brought together youth leaders from the region with a major focus to deliberate on how best they can build their communities and serve their country.
Let me tell you, how could I fight for a symposium that I heard before? We also wish to thank you for the specific interventions your government has undertaken targeting the vulnerable youth to join the money economy.
The youth are now fronting themselves to be the foot soldiers of government programs in their respective areas.
Muzei, the youth leaders here are gathered here because we want to galvanize on your gains, on your efforts, on amplifying the question of economic freedom.
With many pouring appreciations to the president for the many youth opportunities and empowerment, they are, however, seeking for more support.
And I finally request you, Jaja, that the Bugisu Youth Symposium could be inducted, and we will do it annually, that we'll be having time to share with you.
The Youth Symposium has been organized by the Office of the National Chairperson under the leadership of Hajat Hadija Namialo.
We have the issue of NECO. But NECO, they are the majority youth. Right now, customer abanji. To cut the long story short, tukusaba bano bamalaya nayenze sijja kuswala kusaba kubanga gwe jjajja waffe. At least buli saako kiteekemu obukadde 10 kubanga bakuleetereza ebiwaanyi bulijjo n'oziteekamu.
If you want the Malayas also to have their own circle, but the question is, bamanyiga ni mutawuni yonna kale nomubongodeko
bari nanya wabongereho nanya musako yenywana bakamapesi
mbone 10.
Museveni emphasizes that the money invested in PDM, Emyoga and other livelihood programs are for the youth and urged them to guard it jealously.
Now this money we are sending
kamapesi kese bali uweleza
for Emyoga,
ka Emyoga,
for PDM,
ka PDM,
even Operation Wealth Creation before is your money. So Jaja Bwabalamira
bari kuka balebe wahulamile bino bibyefefe kutsa kubisihira
temusobola kukkiriza muganda wammwe oba abekika okubba ebyobulamu bwamwe. What you are saying, oh, they cheated the money, you should be involved and protect that money.
He, however, warns SACCO leaders who have mishandled the PDM money meant for beneficiaries.
Regarding the SACCO chairpersons who deduct, those I'm going to arrest them.
The last nail in the coffin from the president went directly to moneylenders who have confiscated national identity cards for members of the general public.
Who has got an identity card of anybody should hand it back. If there is a police case reported on you for confiscating ID card, we are going to arrest you, we may even close your business.
The symposium marks the 4-day presidential visit to the Bugisu sub-region by His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Robert Onyango, UBC News.
Well, thank you very much there, Robert Onyango. Now, President Yoweri Museveni has emphasized the need to put more effort in railway system development in order to reduce the burden on other transport infrastructures. President Museveni envisions a situation where roads are left for passengers and light cargo to ensure increased lifespan of road infrastructure. This, he said, during the commissioning of Mbale Road in Mbale City, a World Bank-funded project under Uganda's support to municipal infrastructure development, USMID.
It used to be one of the worst roads in the eastern city of Mbale. Today, Naboa Road, as it is officially known, is one of the best. It is all thanks to the Uganda support to municipal infrastructure development, USMID.
Number one cleanness is to do away with potholes and dust in the city. So having such a smart road running through the city of Mbale and several other roads which are running through, we are grateful as a ministry and as Ugandans.
Mbale is one of the cities, 12 municipalities and 11 refugee hosting districts that have benefited from this project. Traders and other road users are required to ensure the surroundings match with the new roads.
The program of local government waste management strategies and the bins which we have introduced in these cities have given us some kind of cleanliness in the cities.
All these roads, Your Excellency, have a lifespan of 25 years. And our prayer is that with maintenance by the local governments, that 25 years is achievable.
With both the first and second phases of USMID officially closed, government has a task to secure the next phase.
And in this phase, we covered the following roads: Naboa Road, Cathedral Avenue, Central Road, Manafua and Marketplace Roads, North Road, Nkongoncheru Terrace, and the extension of Palisa Road, and a connecting link from Bishop Wasike to Palisa Road. These roads have totaled 5.2 kilometers.
All this was brought forward shortly after President Yoweri Museveni commissioning Naboa Road. It is one of the USMID projects in Mbale City.
So therefore, if we are clear to Kolechi, Budechi, Atekurwachi, if you are clear, NLM has already given this answer.
Museveni foresees a situation where roads in Uganda are not burdened by heavy cargo trucks.
But the big effort we are going to make is the railway. The railway. Because omujuzo kati oguli kungudo tegwetagisa. So we are now going to develop the railway system and also the pipeline from Kenya. and from Tanzania, so that amafuta tegaita ku luguudo, amafuta gaite mu pipe. No galaba tetugalaba gaite wansi.
In doing so, the vision of seeing Ugandans enter the money economy will be achieved faster than projected.
And then you have the air travel, you have water travel. We shall have, because now we are mainly now ngudo. But we need to diversify the multimodal transport system. So, kamukamugechi, akwatempola kwalachi, bugusiki, mwanya bakimirimo.
This project is very timely because it's coming at the right time when we are enhancing urbanization in Uganda in terms of hygiene and the city, municipal and town roads to make sure that to ensure that our towns, cities and municipalities are clean.
50 billion Uganda shillings was spent on Mbale roads in the second phase of USMID. How soon government will secure the next phase, the stakes remain high. Henry Okrut, UBC.
Now, the Ministry of Works and Transport has officially reopened Karuma Bridge 3 months after it was closed for repairs. The reopening ceremony was officiated by the State Minister for Works and Transport, Musa Echweru. The bridge had been closed in September for maintenance after developing cracks. The closure led to a temporary disruption, but it was necessary for safety and rehabilitation.
The Ministry of Works and Transport has officially reopened the Karuma Bridge after 3 months of complete closure. The bridge had been closed for repairs in September following discovery of cracks.
And we declare that this route will make us prosper to the glory of your holy name. We dedicate it in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
State Minister for Works and Transport, Musa Echweru, who presided over the reopening, confirmed that the bridge is now safe for use. He assured the public that the bridge is structurally sound, but noted that additional work such as installation of expansion joints and extension of side rails will be completed by January 2025.
That we are in very advanced stages to do 2 things. To work with the Japanese to cause a suspended bridge like the one of Jinja will be coming here. We are now in the technicalities are almost done. It is just a few details. Then we shall tell the country when it will get started. We are going to have a suspended bridge which is properly aligned to the topography of this place. Cabinet has got some money, and we are also going to put a jetty in Pakwaj. A jetty is this kind of temporal bridge that even if this one collapses, there will continue to be a connection.
He says the bridge is safe for traffic and is expected to last another 20 to 30 years. Local leaders, however, have raised concerns over the design of the bridge side rails, calling for full accountability regarding repairs.
That today, Karuma Bridge has been opened. But really, government should be very serious, whatever they do. I don't know the explanation that they are going to give on the crack that we have seen on the bridge. They have just done the work. Now we can see many cracks along the way. So we want very clear explanation. Not only that, there are many roads that were worked on by UNRWA. The road will take less than 10 years. You find the people are going for repair. So this government, I don't know the kind of material that they are using currently. Our engineers should be very careful.
The woman member of Parliament for Kole District, Judith Aliek, and the chairperson for Lango, Gilbert Olanya, are among those voicing concerns.
But what we have seen today is that the rails are short. We are urging the government to consider reconstructing the rails along the bridge.
The Deputy Chairperson of the Parliamentary Committee on Infrastructure, Tony Awany, revealed that the committee has already presented plans for the construction of the new Karuma Bridge. Users have also been reminded to exercise caution and discipline while using the bridge.
Now that the bridge has been opened, my appeal to the transporters, let us get down the cost of transport.
Now, motorists have lauded government for the timely reopening of Karuma Bridge, one of the shortest and easiest entries to the northern Uganda. The closure of the bridge in September had impacted negatively on both business transactions and passenger movement. Eddie Olwa reports.
Light traffic has resumed on Karuma Bridge after more than 3 months of closure as the bridge underwent major rehabilitation.
Thank you, God. Thank you, President Museveni. Katumba Wamala General and myself really said I should be here to deliver a Christmas present to the people of northern Uganda.
The bridge was closed in September this year after Uganda National Roads Authority engineers discovered faults that could have led to its collapse. This led to a drastic increase in road fares and inconveniences in movement of goods in and out of the region. This Friday, the bridge was reopened by State Minister for Works and Transport, Musa Ichwera, amid his jubilation for the people of northern Uganda. Motorists in particular applauded government for the timely delivery of the project.
Drivers, challenges are very here at home to public transportation. So we are continuing to bridge Karuma, you are tech, Chalotoya.
They are going to do businesses, Honorable Minister. Life is now starting to come back. From now onwards, I think they will appreciate the spirit of advocacy that everybody else put.
Area leaders, however, asked for further improvement of the bridge.
I will pray still for special consideration for these people of Karuma, Vokamdini, so that they revamp their businesses and get back on their feet.
Minister Ichwera also revealed that the new Karuma Bridge yet to be constructed.
The bridge is going to be like the one of Ginger. It is going to be a suspended bridge and straight.
Engineer Lawrence Pariu, the aide of bridges and structures at Uganda National Roads Authority, says the bridge is ready for use, especially for light vehicles, buses and small trucks. Heavy trucks will be allowed on the bridge after the expansion joints have been created.
If we allow heavy traffic to also use the bridge, they are going to damage the portions of concrete which we are going to marry with the new expansion joints. Now, for you to drive safe on this bridge, you should be moving at the speed of 20 kilometers per hour.
Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs Norbert Mau urged the NRM government to use the speed in delivering Karuma Bridge as a yardstick for other projects in the country.
That we learn a lesson from what we have seen today, distinguishing between partisan causes and non-partisan causes. What Ugandans want to see is that it doesn't matter from which party the government is. It must serve everybody equitably. And you, our MPs, continue the pressure. You are not mad people. When you shout, the government should come and check why you are shouting. And when they show that they are responding, I'm sure you'll stop shouting.
Eddie Olwa, UBC News.
Respond, then you keep.
Well, thank you very much there, Eddie Olwa. Now, the head of the State House Investors Protection Unit, Colonel Edith Nakalema, has reaffirmed the unit's commitment to supporting both local and foreign investors while tackling corruption. Through the invention of the online portal, Nakalema says they are eliminating all forms of corruption and protecting both domestic and foreign investors away from exploitation. In an exclusive interview with UBC, she detailed how technology, collaboration, and focus on integrity are transforming Uganda's investment climate.
matching protection. State House Invest.
The head of the State House Investors Protection Unit, Colonel Edith Nakalema, has highlighted the effectiveness of the electronic investors protection portal that was commissioned by President Museveni last year, 2023. Nakalema says the portal has reduced cases of investors falling prey to fraudsters conducting business in an inappropriate manner.
At the State House Investors Protection Unit, we are achieving the objective that His Excellency the President was aiming at by establishing the unit, because he wanted investors never to be frustrated by bureaucrats who delay them unnecessarily.
She noted that the portal consolidates key government agencies including the Uganda Investment Authority, NEMA, and the Ministry of Lands, allowing investors to access critical services and support in less than 12 hours.
As electronic investors protection portal, online gives guidance without any cost. All services are of course free, and so we are giving people good hope that they don't have to spend for them to get information. We ensure that information that they need is given freely, timely, and effectively.
The portal's success was celebrated at the African Association of Administration Management Awards last month, where it received a special distinction for enhancing efficiency and reducing corruption across the continent.
Investors Protection Portal has facilitated FDIs in this 1 year up to 80%, and that it had contributed so much in bringing in not just potential able investors or maybe rich people, to use a word that is simple. So we thank His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda for guiding, protecting investors, and also facilitating the use of technology by elevating scientists and ensuring that technology takes lead in everything. So we are eliminating the corrupt, and that's the hope we want to give all good-willed Ugandans.
Meanwhile, Uganda has taken pride in its strides in local manufacturing. The country recently unveiled its first fleet of domestically produced buses at Jira assembling plant, a significant milestone in industrial development.
We have our own Ugandan-made vehicle, which the President called Kayora, and it is on the road, and Jira Motors is growing. It is growing. Soon we shall be seeing more buses on the road, but I can't tell when the many will come. What is to be celebrated is that we have our own made, Ugandan-made vehicles on the road. So again, it is our responsibility as Ugandans to first appreciate the good that is there and then work together to expand.
Additionally, collaborative efforts with agencies such as the Uganda Revenue Authority are addressing concerns from local investors regarding the high taxes and interest rates.
I have noted with concern that indeed some investors have transferred their investments to our neighboring countries like Tanzania. Actually, many are identified to be going to Tanzania. But good enough, they are not going completely. They are leaving part of their investments in Uganda. And so we want to have a conducive environment where they will come back, not to take what has remained here. I know quite a number of them, but we have engaged with those that we have reached out to. And their complaints are being addressed.
On the issue of competition between local and foreign businesses, Nakalema says the government is working to ensure fair practices and address labor concerns, including wage standard and workplace safety.
We have been looking into that, working together with the Ministry of Gender and Labor, and Culture, in the line of some factory owners employing Ugandans so cheaply without giving them any job security. That you come, you're not told how much you're going to earn, you're not given any protective gear. Those in factories, they are there breathing bad and maybe dangerous fumes. So those we have been working. That's how we are protecting our local Ugandans, our citizens, that the foreign investors shouldn't exploit our children by making them so vulnerable that they work and they are not paid.
Uganda's investment climate has also gained international recognition. CNN and Oxford researchers have named Uganda the best investment destination in Africa, further boosting investor confidence.
Thankfully, Uganda has been declared the best investment destination in Africa. So we have not lost. While we see some local investors going, but many others are coming up, both local and foreign. So there is good hope, this is good news, that we are not losing completely. The challenges are still there in the investment sector. I will not say that everything is okay, but whatever challenge that is there is being addressed.
As the year draws to a close, Colonel Nakalema used the platform to deliver a message of hope to both local and international investors, urging them to continue working together for a prosperous future.
Let us, in this Christmas season, choose to have a message of rebirth of morals, rebirth of integrity generally, rebirth of bringing up generations that are going to resist it and to fight corruption.
The government's commitment to transparency and integrity continues to foster a thriving economic environment. Justine Nakami, UBC News.
Now, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Local Government, Benjamin Kumumanya, is concerned over the rising trend where science teachers are seeking early retirement after receiving salary enhancement. Kumumanya, speaking at a quarterly meeting of the accounting officers in Kampala, revealed that many teachers are opting to retire prematurely to claim their retirement benefits, a practice he believes needs to be addressed.
In 2021, government announced the enhancement of science teachers' salaries to boost science learning across the country.
I'll give you an example of not only the teachers. We have these extension workers. The extension workers' salaries were raised to 4.2.
However, many teachers are now seeking early retirement to benefit from generous retirement package, according to reports.
That's corruption. We want to promote the teaching of sciences and other related sciences so that the service delivery can be of good quality and equitably distributed so that our people can benefit.
The Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Local Government, Benjamin Kumumanya, believes the trend needs urgent attention as it undermines the integrity of the retirement system.
Because science teachers were enhanced to teach the people of Uganda. So there must be something that has to be done in that argument today or want to go.
In the meeting with accounting officers from various government sectors, focused on a range of issues, including the progress of parish development model and its role in eradicating poverty in the country.
You should know you are the commanders in your district, city and municipality on matters of PDM, and all other forces are under your command.
So PDM is here to stay. I want to appeal to you journalists. Pick interest in what PDM is all about. Tell the people.
The Minister of Local Government, Raphael Magezi, emphasized the need to appreciate the accounting officers, stating that they are vital to the success of government projects.
So, when you look at implementation of all these wealth creation programs, whether it's PDM, or it's Nyoga, OWC, Youth Livelihood Fund, WEB, and now the GROW, and others, our assumption as government is that there is somebody called an accounting officer in each district, city, or municipality who is responsible for these services, for these programs.
Meanwhile, Deputy Inspector of Government Dr. Patricia Achan highlighted the rampant corruption hotspots in the local governments.
There are issues to do with mismanagement of the payroll, where HR and chief administrative officers, not all of you though, some of you have cases of ghost workers within the payroll. And civil servants, proxy companies are being used by the same culprits, where culprits are just finding convicts within which to commit these offences.
The meeting underscored the importance of collaboration between local government officials and other stakeholders to improve service delivery for the well-being of Ugandans. Oko Joseph, UBC.
To be a winner, it requires that you exceed all the limits of mankind and womankind. But when you play with MTN Momo, winning is easy. Simply get your phone and use the Momo app or dial *165*3#, enter merchant code, enter amount, enter your Momo PIN, and pay. Congratulations is easy. Your stomach is full, and now you stand a chance to win mobile money with MTN Momo.
Prestige Driving School, with over 20 years of driving training experiences and with more than 40 branches across Uganda. Licensed by the Ministry of Works and Transport and the only ISO certified driving school in the country. Offers fresh learner driving training, advanced driver training, defensive driving, and more. Enroll and become a professional driver. Prestige Driving School.
Affordable, professional, and safe.
There is myths that so many of you live by. If your eye is twitching, it means you're going to see someone you like. If it shines and rains at the same time, it means a leopard is giving birth. If your hand is itching, it means you're going to get money. If you see an owl, it means somebody's gonna die. If you hear of a disease outbreak, just know it is in a village district at the border next to some suspicious country. You will want to scratch that last myth, because Mpox is in 19 districts and Kampala is among with dozens of cases. Please stop going around checking anyone's hand. Mpox kills. Protect your loved ones.
Welcome back from that short break. Now, as we move ahead, as Ugandans prepare for the festive season, concerns over security at bus terminals have come to the forefront, with laxity in checking passengers being cited. With thousands of travelers rushing to up-country destinations, passengers are asked to be vigilant against theft and other security threats. Let's hear more from Faith Kane.
The festive season is typically marked by a surge in travel. However, as the crowds swell at bus terminals, security checks have become increasingly lax. At some terminals, security checkpoints are either non-existent or poorly manned, allowing passengers to enter and exit without being screened.
Seeing like they are not checking, those are borders, like they are just passing, they are not stopping inside the park. But a person with a luggage, a vehicle, we check. A person cannot enter with a luggage or with a bag without checking. No, we check them. And people they are not like, now people they have understood what's called checking. When security is there, when they tell them stop for checking, they can stop.
Passengers are being warned to be vigilant and guard their property closely, as conmen and thieves take advantage of the chaos to steal valuables.
Amasimu musoke mugajemu. Amasimu musoke mugajemu sawo. Waletiza mwe muzijemu bannange sawo temuziwekera ku migongo. Abasabaze tubelebeke ate mutambule muyingire mpola mpola temulwana.
What I try to advise people, even them, let them take care of their things, because we cannot manage alone to help them when you are not helping yourself.
With the crowds and confusion, it's easy for these criminals to blend in and go unnoticed. Passengers are being advised to keep a close eye on their luggage and belongings all the times. Cayenne Faith and Joel Vubia for UBC.
Now, Principal Judge Dr. Flavian Nzeija has urged registrars and magistrates to encourage litigants to embrace alternative dispute resolution mechanisms in resolving disputes, which will help in addressing the challenge of case backlog. However, he warned them against corruption and being lazy in line of their duty.
Of justice or
as we close the year 2024, according to the Judiciary Annual Performance Report, the arm is closing with a case backlog of over 40,000 cases in different courts at all levels. With this number of pending cases, that stands at 26.32%, the arm is aimed at utilizing all the means to see that the challenge is addressed. As some of the means to tackle the challenge, Principal Judge Dr. Flavian Nzeija has urged registrars and magistrates to embrace alternative dispute resolution mechanisms in handling cases.
Fighting case backlog and high case load by ensuring timely completion of cases. Now, how do you manage the volume of the work you have at your station? Do you simply come to court every day and hear whatever case the file the clerk has put before you, or you plan your cases? Do you age them? For example, do you come up every morning and say, this is my aging list. In 2015, I have 1 case. In 2016, I have 2 cases. In 2017, I have 3. That's what I mean by age. Do you age your cases so that you give priority to the old ones and make sure that you get them out of your system?
In exercising their duties, Principal Judge also asked them to make use of Article 28, Clause 12, that gives them powers to implement the contempt of court order to help them maintain order in their respective courts.
You should be courteous in the courtroom, but also be firm when it is necessary to rein in on a rambling lawyer, a disrespectful litigant, and an unruly spectator. I emphasize this last one. You see, historically it has always been known that the job we do is not the best, because we stand between 2 quarreling people, and we're given powers to use. One of them is contempt. Contempt is the power you exercise instantly in the presence of an advocate, a litigant, or a person attending court. What we call contempt during trial. Now that one, you charge the person there and convict. That's why the law gives you the powers to become a prosecutor as well as a judge.
Eliminating themselves from the vice of corruption, making good and well-researched decisions, and keeping the image of the judiciary in and outside their line of duty were among the key points tackled by the Principal Judge.
You should be willing to take in-depth legal research. Be able to write decisions that are clear and cogent and will stand up to cross scrutiny. you should not only be fair and open-minded, but should also appear to be fair and open-minded.